Are people still enamored with Hollywood? Or are we all pretty well aware of how gross it and its celebrities are? Because it seems like Hollywood celebrities are getting exposed like Minecraft YouTubers all the time lately.
Excellent. Oh, by the way.
Whose kid is that? Because that is not the same kid from the last two movies.
What's that?
It's a social studies assignment.
I remember social studies. At my school in the UK, social studies could be anything from Euro history, British history, geography, or economics. There was one time I could name every single country in Europe. Now, that's not much of a flex because I definitely couldn't do that now. That was 6th grade. And also, funnily enough, by the time I started learning about US history, I was in 10th grade, and I hadn't even known what the Constitution was up until that point. I had no clue.
I was going to use this. I found it in the garage drawer. Who's Jonah? Is that your brother?
The Fast and the Furious and the series of conveniently unmentioned siblings. Until the plot calls for it. Which is now.
Why don't you ever talk about Samoa? Did something happen?
Yes, obviously.
In life, things happen. You may not want them.
Sorry, capture card had a stroke again. So, good father talk, I guess, Hobbs, probably.
Day, yeah. Thank you so much.
Really necessary? Come on, she's 71 years old. What's the matter?
Jesus, this is worse than Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh my god. Oh no, hold on. I'm having another aneurysm. Jesus Christ. Is that in...
Brutal.
Me sideways.
If someone leaves the back door open, it's a bit daft not to try and use it.
She doesn't strike me as the sort of person who would ever get arrested. Also, they're letting her use lipstick? In this universe, the lipstick she has could just be a hydrogen bomb or a lightsaber. I really want to watch Star Wars, but it's not even tangentially related to this channel. Unless if this channel just becomes a movie commentary channel, which I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate this whole type of content copyright-wise.
Our point still stands.
If you can't break out of a shitty prison like this, then you're seriously slipping, Mum.
You cheeky bugger.
I've never met a British person who talks like this. Furthermore, do Brits actually... This has been a curiosity for me my entire life, because I never got the answer while I was in the UK. Do Brits actually say snogging? I know they say dogging, but that's something else. I've never heard anyone say that, and it's such a weird, gross-sounding word.
Being banged up doesn't bother me. I quite enjoy the peace and quiet.
This reminds me of the time Marge Simpson wanted to stay in jail because it was more peaceful and relaxing. I think there was a similar plot with Lois Griffin, too.
Have you spoken with your sister?
You know I have, Mum.
Gee, I wonder who his sister is. I'm sure it's definitely not the only female actress that's had a close-up in this film. Possibly, but not necessarily in the opening sequence.
What happened, Dex? What happened between you?
Bad writing. Same thing that happened between him and his brother. Or at least the only one we're aware of, I guess. Knowing this franchise.
Your little games, your little grifts, robbing banks.
She's saying this on a recorded line, right? Like she just implicated her kids in a bunch of crimes.
Used to give your little scams code names. Oh, what was that one?
The Keith Moan. How many years you got left?
2, with good behaviour.
So many, really?
4.
That's introspective.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Let me guess. He plays the same personality as Deadpool in this, doesn't he?
Daddy, who is this guy?
Well, this guy is Locke.
You either have very good aim or very bad aim, Mr. Locke. His name is Locke.
Well, here's your obligatory weird sidekick. Kevin Hart wasn't available.
We're best friends.
There's the half heart.
I don't know what that is.
We're going to spend a lot of screen time on this dynamic, aren't we?
You have 1 minute to tell me what you want before I knock one of your lungs loose.
Knock one of your lungs loose. Can you do that? I mean, it doesn't sound pleasant. But if someone threatened me by saying that, I just look at them and go, I acknowledge the threat, but I don't know what that means. I can't picture that in my head. And then I would get my lungs knocked loose, probably.
Say hello to the CT-17 virus. It's a programmable bioweapon of biblical proportions, affectionately codenamed the Snowflake.
He said biblical proportions. I'm a writer, so this hurts me. But so why not reference the Bible and call the virus Galilee? You know, the sea a bunch of pigs walked into and drowned after Jesus had like a bunch of demons possess him or something. The Bible's kind of weird. I don't really have the details right in my head because the Bible's kind of wacky. But it would be kind of neat to read one day for just at least source material.
What does the snowflake do?
Oh, nothing much. Just liquefies your internal organs. Basically turns your body into a giant bag of hot soup.
So like huffing oven cleaner, according to my 9th grade science teacher anyways. I've never fact-checked it. Why would he lie about that?
She is 9.
Seen worse.
Where?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was awesome, so long as you never finish it. I mean, I rewatched it last year, and man, those early seasons, they're epic. That's good entertainment, man. Tyrion was always my favorite character, until he just seemed really kind of pathetic and desperate at the end.
The specifics are all in the brief.
Discussing weapons of mass destruction with children in public. I mean, you're not even whispering.
And this snowflake is now in the hands of a rogue MI6 operative in London.
That's an unusual picture to use. Well, I guess I'm not the CIA or DSS or whatever, but it looks like they pulled that off of her Instagram profile or something, or her modeling portfolio.
She then proceeded to kill her entire Black Ops squad. She stabbed one guy in the chest using a brick.
I don't remember that.
How did she get an entire brick into another person's chest? She either had to be really strong, or the other person had to have been like born without like bones.
I have not recovered enough brain cells from the last movie to do this.
Who's this?
That's the scientist we believe created the virus.
Great. Where'd I find him?
He's off-grid too. Impossible to find.
I'm sorry, did I die in the car accident last year? Is this purgatory? Is that why there's less stuff here? I thought I was moving, because this is the worst bit of exposition I have ever seen. They've managed to say so much and still say so little that high school students writing their AP and IB essays should be taking notes.
I don't work for you.
Your boss loaned you out. You do now, face. Hey, let's just settle down.
The social skills of a Redditor.
We're looking at a lot of liquefied organs, and not just yours and mine.
He knows I can see him, right?
He knows nothing, Jon Snow. I'm in.
Of course you are.
Do you remember what I told you in Rwanda?
Still burns?
No, the other thing. And to watch...
Wash your back. Yeah, I remember.
Watch your back.
A lot of back. I got you. Hey.
You don't know what I'm selling, or who I am.
CIA.
How can...
Sunglasses, cloudy day, sensible shoes.
Red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley.
What do CIA operatives and baseballs have in common?
People cheer when you hit them with a bat.
No, they are two things I don't give a toss about.
This movie had a budget of $200 million, and that was the best bit of dialogue so far. So they probably spent like $10 million on those last few sentences? Wait, how the f*** did this movie cost $200 million? This has to be like a money laundering scheme or something.
The weapon she's stolen is not like anything we've ever seen. It's a programmable disease that...
I swear they pulled that picture off her Instagram. It just seems... Use like a picture of her when she was like in uniform or something. That's weird.
It's a programmable disease that can target any DNA sequence with a 100% mortality rate inside 72 hours.
Hold up. Wait a minute. It can target any DNA sequence with perfect effectiveness? Can't you use that technology to do something good? Like, I know it's kind of obvious, but fight cancer or something? Or like rare viral or bacterial diseases? I mean, you could just skip bacteriophages at this point and go straight to this.
Human even considered the possibility of life on other planets.
I'm overthinking this, aren't I?
What, you think I killed him?
But if you help us find her, if you bring us the virus, we'll grant her immunity.
Wait, why is everyone so easily disgraced in these movies? Years of good service? and then people just lose faith instantly?
And we're bringing in an asset from the States to assist you.
Is Mr. Nobody trying to play Cupid and matchmake Hobbs and Shaw or something?
My guy's in.
My guy's in too. Hey, is your guy gonna freak out when he finds out who my guy is?
It seems like maybe they could have... Wait, aren't they in 2 different time zones? How is this conversation happening the way it is?
Well, my guy beat the shit out of me at a bar in Krakow 17 years ago, and he doesn't even remember me.
Wait, what?
No f***ing way.
Does that count as 1 or 2 F-bombs in a PG-13 movie?